Welcome to Small Steps. My name is Seth Potts and I'm going to show you how to build an in-cell bar chart using the repeat function. So most of the time when we are using charts and graphs, we're actually going to take the time to insert the chart on here, and it's a little lengthier process. It can be. It's got a lot more options, a lot more labels, the legends, things like that you can use on it. Typically, when you're making a nicer product, something you're going to be passing on to command staff or other agencies or wherever, but just a little more formal looking. That's how you would typically do it. But I can see a real use in having these little in-cell bar charts where it's just a plain simple little bar chart. It fits right in a cell and there's no other bells or whistles. It's pretty simple looking, but it's something that updates with your data if it's changing data. But it just shows a little visual for the bit of information you have. So just a couple sample rows of data I have here, just some made up intersections and accident numbers, but you can interchange that with any other kind of crime data or anything else, especially if you liked having just a quick little visual. It kind of looks like the sparkle lines. You could do just a little graphic and it'll fit right inside, but you can change the size and color and everything based on whatever you want to change up here on the formatting. So what we'll do is start off with this repeat function, REPT, and it essentially just repeats text in a given number of times. And that's the whole premise of it. We're going to be referencing the number of times as what's in these cells here. So open parentheses, there's two arguments. There's the text and then the number of times. Now, the text that I've seen is best to use for this, I hadn't really tried other things out, but is the pipe symbol. Sometimes you call it the vertical bar. If you're not familiar what that is, it's typically on US keyboards, I believe, on the same general areas. On the right side, shares the key with the backslash. It's somewhere between your enter key and backspace key, depending on what type of keyboard you have. But it's always should be over there on the keyboard. And this is what it looks like when you type it out. Just looks like if you took that backslash and stood it up vertically. It's the link just top to bottom in a cell. So we're going to put that in there as our text. And we're going to close that in parentheses. And then the other part of the argument here is the number of times. We're just going to reference that cell over here and close our parentheses. It's pretty simple. That's it. This is what it starts out looking like before we do any formatting. And I'll just go ahead and copy that down to these other cells here. So, I mean, if you like that, you could leave it like that. It's a little large and they're spaced out. Doesn't really look like a solid bar chart, but a couple things you could do. I like to bold first of all. I like changing mine to blue, sometimes whatever color you want. Make it a little bit bigger, and you see you increase the size, it increases the size of the rows as well. So be careful with that. You don't make it too big. You'll make your rows quite large. So and then the main thing that I have seen that makes this a little more usable is the font it's in. And if you go down to playbill, that is what I've seen as a very standard use for this. So expand the row however you need to, but it'll update when you update these. So it just looks like a simple little bar chart. Let's say if you can change the data up and you see it changes with it. However you need to, and adjust the columns. But yeah, next time you're looking to make a simple little bar chart that goes with your data, but you don't want to take the time to make a nice fancy chart, or it's not for a big product, it's just you want it actually in the row, in the separate column next to it, use the repeat function and use this little trick here and make your own little bar charts. If you found this tutorial helpful and would like to see more, click like and subscribe. For additional content, check out the following links for more small steps, analyst talk with Jason Elder, and the Law Enforcement Analysis Podcast.